Welcome in, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thursday Night Racing. It is back in action here tonight with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. Season opener coming live to you here from the ISM Speedway, also known as the Phoenix International Raceway. Phoenix International Raceway was opened back in 1964. It has gone under many names: ISM Raceway, the Phoenix Raceway, Phoenix International Raceway, and tonight it plays host to round number 1 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. This track here tonight has progressive banking. Turn 1, about 8 degrees of banking. Turn 2, about 8 to 9 degrees progressively. Turn 3 and 4, 10 to 11 degrees of banking. Last season, when the SK Modifieds came here to the Phoenix International Raceway, it was one of the craziest races we saw all season long. 2 wide, 3 wide, and even 4 wide racing action. Tonight here, with some strong competition, it looked like about 22 drivers possibly into the show here tonight, attempting to qualify for the first race of the season. We will see some of that 2, 3, and possibly 4 wide racing action. The dog leg on the back straightaway that you see out there, it is fair game. Go as low as you can here tonight to try to advance your position. We will see guys hovered right down along the inside wall on the back straightaway. Look for the 42. One of the most winningest drivers in the SK division of Max Terriel to go down there tonight to try and make a move. That racing action is coming up here in just a little bit. Talking about, though, previous seasons and wins and champions. 2 champions in this series: Chuck Sweeting and Brian Hacker, both winning Season 1 and Season 2. Both drivers, though, unfortunately, are not here for the season opener tonight. They had other obligations that they had to fulfill. So now, somebody here tonight will be able to jump out to a possible points lead. For the first time, we could have a brand new first-time points leader leaving round number 1. Right now, qualifying for these drivers are going on right now. We're popping up for you here, and you can see who is the fast time. Right now, Joe Strano, one of the drivers out here that races on not just Thursday night here in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK division, also runs on Monday night in the Scrambler division. Right now, 17 drivers have taken a qualifying time here tonight, and Joe Strano is at the top of the board. Can the wily veteran, he has not been able to find victory lane just yet here on Thursday night. Tonight at Phoenix, it could be anybody's ball game. Race fans, we hope you had a great off season, though. And we are back. We are happy to be back on the air here. You know, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply coming back on board this season with the Red Light Racing Series, playing host to the title sponsor this season. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply, located in Ayer, Massachusetts. You're going to see 2 drivers in the field here tonight. Bob Higgins. Bob Higgins is the owner. And then you're going to see Rob Higgins. That is the son. Robbie competed full-time last season here in the SK division. This time, it's Pop's turn. But the Checkered Flag Auto Supply prides itself on being a family-owned and operated business up there located in Ayer, Massachusetts. If you're up there in Ayer, stop on in. You need new floor mats for your Ford Bronco? Don't worry, they can order those in. You need an A-arm for your Bronco? Don't worry, they might have it in stock, or, well, they can order it in. The whole crew up there at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, our hats are off to you. We love to support the local businesses, not just here in our local communities, but all around the country. Small and local businesses are what are the backbone of the economy, and they keep everybody moving in the right direction. So thanks to all the Higgins, all the people that work at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Looking like currently 21 drivers out of the 22 drivers here tonight, though, at ISM have made a qualifying attempt. It looks like the driver of the number 3 of Chris Fritz is the only driver currently who has not taken a qualifying time. So it looks like the man that's from the north, the storm from the north, the MK Medic machine of Max Terriel. 8 wins over the first 2 seasons here with the SK division. He is the all-time winningest driver in the SKs. He will start from the provisional pole, it looks like currently. About just under a minute left here in our qualifying session before we head to our 6 rings starting lineup tonight. 6 rings coming on board this season with the Red Light Racing division here for the SK side of things. Eric Stout, the man behind the wheel of the 6 rings, number 6 this season. Currently looks like Stout will start P number 18. Under 30 seconds to go, we can officially announce that Max Terriot will be tonight's P number 1 qualifying position here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Congratulations to Max for taking the first pole of the season. Race fans, we hope you're ready to go racing here tonight. We welcome you in from all over the globe, wherever you are coming to us from tonight to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series tonight, presented by Red Light Racing, right here at the Phoenix International Raceway in the desert. Rattlesnake Hill over there in turn number 3 and 4. Hopefully none of these racers wind up out there tonight. But now it is time to get to our starting lineup for the first time this season. Starting lineup brought to us by 6 Rings Racing. Starting on the pole here tonight, driving the number 42 out of Canada, it is Max Terriot. Starting to his outside, it's the Green Forest Street Supply, Strano Brothers Racing number 43. This is Joe Strano. The Somerville, South Carolina driver, the 01 of Richard Murdoch, will start 3rd tonight. Ty Morosco. The S&M Motorsports, number 21, he will roll off in the 4th position. Dalton Williamson, back in action this season, driving the number 1, he will roll off 5th. Starting 6th tonight, the 97 of Don Coleman. Rex Hoyle back for season number 2 with Red Light Racing, he'll roll off the 54, starting in position number 7. Rookie candidate this season, driving the number 14, this is Brian Bianchi. Starting 9th for the Metalhead Motorsports team, the number 31, this is Michael Tremarthen. Starting 10th here tonight, rookie candidate, the Raven Graphics, number 7, this is Doyle Lawrence. Starting in the 11th position, driving the number 24, John Wittendorf. Starting in the 12th position, out of New York, driving the 37NY, it's Brian Robinson. Starting 13th on the grid here tonight, driving the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 2, it is Joshua Buckley. Starting 14th tonight, the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. It's the Racing School number 18 of Dan Butler. He'll roll off 15th. 16th, the Canadian Bacon Man, it is Tim Williams. Starting 17th, Rookie of the Year candidate Rob Haynes. Starting 18th, 6 Rings Racing number 6 of Eric Stout. Glenn Jamieson, gonna start the 63, 19th tonight. It's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Man, it is Bob Higgins in the number 4, rolling off 20th. Daniel Tobin Jr. in the 94, starting in the 21st position. 20 seconds gonna go to Chris Fritz here tonight. And we are getting ready to drop the hammer here tonight for the first time this season. We are Green Flag Racing at Phoenix. Looks like a pretty good start by everybody. One of them down to the inside there towards the back of the field. I believe that was Chris Fritz. He will tag the back of the field here as we are racing through turn number 1 here tonight. Max Terriot will take us all the way down to the inside wall there, going down the dog leg on the back straightaway here tonight. Everybody just pretty much staying calm. Lap number 1 about to be in the books. The all-time winningest driver in the SK division, Max Terriot, will lead lap number 1. Here comes Richard Murdoch. He was in contention last time we came to the Phoenix International Speedway. He runs second down into turn 1. It is Joe Strano in the Green Forest Tree Supply hitting the cone. Coming out of turn number 2, there he goes through the dog leg. He is stuck to the outside as Dalton Williamson will now take over position number 3. The Rev Racing eSports driver now running in 3rd. Williamson last season had himself a couple of wins. Right now he is sitting P number 3 as your front 5 have already gone the single file, and just behind Michael Tremarthen, there's Wittendorf back here. He is running in the 9th position. He just got under the number 14, the Culpeppers, number 14 entry here tonight. The 2-time winner, Josh Buckley, bringing the draft top machine. Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 2. He will now round out the top 10. He is up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag here tonight. Already 3 laps in the books. Murdoch going for the race lead, though, out of turn number 2. He'll dive it down to the bottom. He's got Williamson right behind him. Terriot going to stay up top on the top side of the speedway. He will lose 1, 2, 3 positions all the way back to the 4th spot. Here comes Roscoe. in the 21 machine down to the inside. So now Richard Murdoch will lead his first laps of this season. 2 leaders so far here tonight. Max Terriel in the MK Medic machine still stuck to the outside. Strano back down to the bottom. He'll get around him. Morosco going to get around, and this is going to be Rex Hoyle. Driver out of Petersburg, Virginia in the 54 here tonight. The American Tire Outlet machine. Down to the bottom once again in turn number 1. He's being followed by the Wisconsin driver, the 97 of Don Cohnman. Cohnman last season having a pretty rough season for the Swagger in 97 crew. This season back and looking to have a little bit better finishing positions at the end of the season to kind of help him in the point standings. There you see Michael Trevarthen. Right now his brightly yellow Menards, number 31. He is running in the 7th spot. Just show you Max Terriel right there, the black 42 machine. He has fallen all the way from the race lead in the first 5 laps. 2 laps later, he's back here running into the 8th position. Change for the race lead. Here comes Dalton Williamson. He's going to get to the inside. The BK Paints number 1 will look to lead a lap, but here comes Joe Strano. Strano going to look to the inside. We have a live look in here with the driver of the Green Forest Tree Supply. Look at the draft top. Live look in camera here. That is the driver of the 43. That is Joe Strano as he follows Dalton Williamson down the back straightaway here through that little bit of a dog leg. He's being hounded though. Ty Morosco back there. Ty making his first actual start here with Red Light Racing, and he is having himself a top 3 car currently here inside the first 10 laps of this event. Murdoch was your race leader. Look, he got hung to the outside, and now he is going backwards. He is running 5th onto our timing and scoring. Everybody spread out. Coleman down to the bottom of Murdoch here. Trevarthen and Terriel also trading a couple blows back here for right around the 10th position. Buckley just hanging out right behind them. Trevarthen now working to the inside here on Richard Murdoch. Will we be able to take that position? Murdoch out of Summerville, South Carolina, the adventure in pixels. The U.S. Air Force veteran. Used to fly high above the sky. C-130's Hercules. Here tonight, he's trying to be Hercules and prop up that 01 machine inside the top 10 still. Was able to lead a couple laps here in the first stages of this race. Now finds himself running 8th. That's 1 position behind the pole setter tonight. That was Max Terriel. Some racing going on back here. There's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, the Higgins Hill Racing, number 40 of Rob Higgins. He's following the Raven Graphics driver. Driver out of Spring, Texas. RacingJobs.com, Raven Graphics machine. One of them hard to the inside wall. That's going to be the Canadian. Rob Haynes also involved. Jamison also involved. There you see the 45 of Tim Williamson. Down to the inside, hard impact out of turn number 4 to bring out the first caution flag here of the evening on lap number 12. Joe Strano is our race leader. We'll have to go back and see what happened here to Tim. Let's take out the first replay of the season. First caution flag coming out. It looks like Tim just kind of lost it. Probably tried to eat some of the Canadian bacon. Nowhere for Rob Haynes to go as he chose the inside lane. And then, that is going to be Glenn in the 63 also getting involved. There's the 4 of Bob Higgins. He will come to a complete stop on the front straightaway just about to try to avoid the spinning cars on the front straightaway. So 3 cars definitely involved in this one. We'll go back here and see if there's another angle of this incident. There you see the 45 down onto the inside wall. Here comes the 25. He chose to go to the inside. Rob Haynes just nowhere, absolutely nowhere to go. I believe we might have an onboard camera shot with Rob Haynes here in just a couple of seconds. We'll see if the truck can find it, and here it is. On board with the California driver. Nowhere for him to go, as he was already going to be committed to go down to that inside lane. So Rob had to take the unfortunate tow back to pit road. And a couple drivers take the time here to come down pit road. Now here's the interesting fact, though, of this season. Just one set of tires in the pit stalls this season. So all these drivers will have to be kind of mindful of that and decide when they want to come down to pit road. When do they want to put tires on the car? Will they put tires on the car? Should be pretty close on having enough fuel in these SK Modifieds to go ahead and make it the whole way on fuel. Maybe that's what a couple of these drivers like Morosco, Williamson, Strano, Coleman, Murdoch, Terriot were thinking, though. Those were a couple of your race leaders. They came down pit road, and now they will be well behind the 8 ball. Looks like the driver of the 45 has decided to pack up the 45, and he's going to go finish eating his bacon here tonight. He will try again just next week when we head to round number 2 of the season. Round number 2, going to go to one of the trickiest tracks that we will visit all season long. It's going to be one of the fastest also. To the Martinsville Speedway will be round number 2 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. So the first 2 rounds are some of the biggest tracks they will head to this season. Phoenix, then on to Martinsville. This season, we will also touch the historic track of the North Wilkesboro Speedway, the Myrtle Beach Speedway, and of course, the Modifieds are going back to New Hampshire. We will visit the 1 mile track up north before we head out to California, to Irwindale. We will visit also the hollow grounds of the Nashville Speedway, Five Flags, Richmond, and the Bull Ring, all in separate orders from the rundown there that we just had, but we will visit all those tracks along with the USA International Speedway and Langley. Does look like the iRacing Pace Truck lights are off. The official iRacing Pace Truck there, the Chevy Silverado. So it'll be Hoyle, Trevarthen, Buckley, your top 3 drivers. And it'll be Bianchi and Wittendorf, your top 5 drivers. When we go back to the green flag racing here, it'll be 16 laps completed at Phoenix for the first race of the season. Get ready, race fans, because we are getting ready to drop the hammer here once again. iRacing Pace Truck is down and away, and the green flag is back in the air. Let's watch them all storm down here into turn number 1. Looks like 19 drivers took that green flag, and back off into turn number 1 they go. Hoyle down to the bottom. The ATD machine will hold the bottom groove. Josh Buckley. Look at him there, fanned out. Joe Strano way up the track. Bob Higgins going to cut through the middle there. Murdoch down below Higgins. The STP number 4 right now, kind of the meat in the sandwich there. Higgins had to try and pick a lane. He elected to back out of it, let Murdoch get on by him. Now he will fall back into spot. To the high side for the driver of the number 4 he goes. That's going to allow Joe Strano to get down by him. Here comes the 42 of Max Terriot. They will look to now get by. Rob Higgins right now running into the 8th position with his number 40 machine to his outside. That's Brian in the number 14, the Brownlee Designs paint job on that car. Good looking hot rod. Cole Peppers on the side of it. Rex Oil continuing to lead, but it might be short-lived because here comes the number 2. Josh Buckley looking to take the inside here. Driver out of Stafford Springs, Connecticut, will lead his first laps of the season here on lap number 19. New race leader, Josh Buckley, to the point. Here comes the 24. Big John going to come to the... Oh, he's loose on the apron. John's going to go around. Hoyle also involved. Looks like the Raven Graphics, number 7. Lawrence also involved, and that looks like there is some steering damage on that number 7 machine, the Raven Graphics entry. Doyle making his first ever start in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. It looks like it might be headed to the garage tonight for that one. It all started with the 24 machine down onto the apron. Let's check it out. The maroon and gray, number 24 down to the bottom, gets a little help. There was Doyle, there was Rex. They all get involved in that. Rex kind of gets sent back up the track. There's the 7 sitting against the inside retaining wall. Go back and watch this once again. 24 down to the bottom. 7 and the 54 get together. Oh, Dan Butler also some contact, and Doyle just tried to lock it up, was not able to get it load up in time before the inside wall. Riding on board here with the Raven Graphics driver. Locked it up. The car just went straight to the inside wall. Then you see as he tries to pull away, the car just will not steer. Broken steering components on the number 7. Now with the second caution flag of the evening waving here with the incident out of turn number 2. It will be Josh Buckley who paces the field here on lap number 22. Michael Trevarthen, Dan Butler. Question being, how much damage did Dan Butler get? You saw the racing school entry get a little contact. How much damage is done to that 18 machine? Beautiful looking orange modified here tonight. Dan, a driving instructor up at the racing school at the Thompson Speedway. Last season, he said his words, not mine, race fans, couldn't buy any luck out here on the iRacing.com server. This season, coming back with a little more vengeance. Going to give it a little more gas and a little more left-hand turning. Put a lot of work in on the offseason, did Dan Butler, and tonight it is showing as he is up 12 positions. He is running P number 3 here on lap number 23 as we work our second caution flag of the evening. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. If it's the first time tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network, we appreciate you stopping by here. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, get a notification anytime we go live, whether it's right here with the SK Modifieds or if we're going super speedway racing. Dirt tracks in between and IndyCar racing on the weekend. A little bit of everything here. But what I can tell you is it does look like the lights will go out on the pace truck here once again. So it'll be Buckley, Trevarthen, Butler, Stout, your top 4 drivers when we go back racing. It looks like the 6 rings racer of Eric Stout may have just a little bit of a connection issue. Let's see if that works its way out. When we say a connection issue, race fans, you got to remember these drivers all are sitting at home. Or, well, possibly in a hotel room. Some of them have done that before. But they are all racing from a computer behind the wheel. They're sitting in the comfort of wherever they may be. So the connection from their PC may not be working very well with the iRacing.com servers that are located up here in the Northeast. But right now the server says we're going green flag racing. The green flag is back out, and we'll race it back into turn number 1 here tonight. Somebody's going around. The number 40 of Rob Higgins has gone around. That'll bring out the caution flag right away. The lights will come back on here tonight. Third caution flag of the evening. Have to see what happened to the Higgins Hill Racing number 40. You see him still out there under his own power. Doesn't look like there's anything really banged up on the number 40, but the caution lights come back on, so we'll go yellow flag. Let's check it out on this restart. Higgins trying to come up through the gearbox and, oh, contact the outside lane. Bob Higgins looks like he possibly came down the track just a little bit, getting into Rob, and that's what set the chain reaction off. See if we can actually find what all happened there. Watch that outside lane. There's, oh, big checkup. Big checkup. Tobin looks like he just didn't get quite the start, and Williamson had to check up, and that whole outside lane just started backing up. The accordion effect. And Bob coming down into Rob. So the two checkered flag auto supply cars making contact, and Rob Higgins going into the outside wall. Right on board with Rob Higgins. He had no clue it was coming. Slight contact to the outside wall. May have shortened it up a couple inches on that right front. Keep track, keep some eyes on Rob Higgins. He was up inside the top 10 at one point here, and then just started to slide through the field a little bit. Now he will have to, he actually stays out. He doesn't come down pit road, so Higgins will stay out. He will take the 17th position. Wittendorf is the only driver that did come down. Remember, he was involved in the last incident in his number 24 machine. Now Rob Higgins will actually bring down the checkered flag auto supply, number 40. He'll bring it to pit road. So Josh Buckley is the race leader. Josh Buckley last season, well, 2 seasons ago actually, for season number 1 of the SK division, was able to pick up 2 wins in his number 2 machine. One of those being a race sponsored by the racing school at the Thompson Speedway. So Buckley was able to not only win, he actually dominated the race here virtually at the Thompson Speedway. And just last weekend, actually, he was able to go and not only meet the driver of the number 18 here of Dan Butler, he was able to get behind the wheel of a stock car at the racing school at the Thompson Speedway. A lot of those videos and pictures from the weekend adventures for Buckley and Butler are posted all over the Red Light Racing Facebook page. Head on over there to check that out, or follow more information at the racing school, or even over at redlightracing.net. Should get the 1-to-go signal here, this time by at the line, as we do as the iRacing Pace Truck lights do turn off. Find at the top of your screen here, race fans, where is your favorite driver running. Currently looks like there are 17 drivers, 18 drivers still out onto the speedway. An early night for Lawrence, Haynes, Jamieson, and Williams. Those drivers have taken their modifieds behind the wall, and they will try again next week at the Martinsville Speedway. To be 5 laps to the halfway point here tonight, who will lead at halfway for race number 1, round 1 of the season. 2 drivers that's starting on the front row here after our 3rd caution flag of the night. They run on Monday nights together. This will be Michael Trevarthen's first full season here with the SKs as the green flag does come back out. The 6 Rings Racer, number 6 of Eric Stout, pushing the drafttop.com, number 2 down the front straightaway. And it will be Josh Buckley who does hold on to the race lead here. 29 in the book, working lap 30. 2 wide racing, though, back here. Also 2 wide for the 2nd position. Stout will have the inside advantage, and he will take it 3 wide now. Dan Butler was in the middle there as Ty went down to the bottom. Butler was in the middle, and Tobin was to the outside. Here comes Coneman now in the 97. He's looking to the inside of Brian Robinson, the 37 and Y machine. One of them spinning. It's the 6 Rings Racer, number 6 of Eric Stout. And oh boy, there is John Wittendorf also. Looks like his 24 may have went up in smoke. Stout looks like he may have some steering damage on the 6 Rings Racing number 6. So So this being caution flag number 4 this evening, we will take the look back in just a couple of seconds as we close in on the halfway point tonight here at Phoenix. A little bit of a rough start here from Phoenix. We talked about it. It was going to be like a super speedway race for a lot of these cars. As let's go back here. Watch the number 6. He's running in the second position. Oh, it looks like gets a little piece of the apron. Maybe Buckley. I think Buckley may have kind of wiggled through the corner. And oh, man. Stout sitting sideways on the speedway. John coming in there in his 24 machine. Nowhere to avoid that one. Have to take a couple looks back here at this incident here. Over top, let's see, watching those two machines. Oh, it does look like Buckley had a huge wiggle and then another huge wiggle, and Stout went to go underneath him. Nowhere. Oh, man, then that one's a rough one there. Everybody's hammered down coming through turns 1 and 2, and Stout was just sitting completely sideways. The 24 coming in. Go back here and watch from the onboard camera. Onboard here with John and the 24 crew. See the smoke, he gets off it, and when the smoke clears, you saw the hands. He tried to react to it. He tried to go to the right side of the incident. Unfortunately, just no room as he makes contact. Hard contact. Watch back. Helmet camera here. Oh, rough. Big hit for Stout, and that's where the steering damage is going to come from tonight. See him trying to steer that modified and just not going in the direction he wanted tonight. As we approach the halfway point, a couple of these drivers have already come down pit road and taken their tires here this evening. Buckley, one of those drivers who have not come down pit road. Don Coleman, who is running second, he has been down on pit road. He was down on lap number 13. Joe Strano, that man right there that you see on screen, he also has been one of those drivers to come down pit road. He came down on lap number 13 also. Joe Strano, as you see him there in his sim rig, he is coming to us from Grand Chute, Wisconsin. The Strano Brothers Green Forest Tree Supply Victory Junction entry. Started on the outside pole tonight, still running inside the top 5. iRacing pace truck lights do go out, though, so at the halfway point it will be officially Joshua Buckley leading the halfway point home here tonight. So we're halfway home in this one. It's been a good race so far. A couple cautions here in the early stages. Seen some 3 and almost 4 wide racing already. As the laps do count down, we will get closer. As we get closer and closer to the end of this one, we're going to see the racing kind of pick up. That 3 wide, 4 wide will also then pick up. iRacing pace truck will make that left-hand turn to go to pit road, and we will go back into turn number 1 here. The green flag is out, as you see. The flash bulb's going off. Into turn 1, it'll be Coleman to the outside. We have not seen the outside lane work here tonight. Buckley will hold the race lead as they go through the dog leg. Robinson in the brand new Fanatec, number 37. Right there also, third car to the inside. Ty's just been hanging around that top 5 position all night long. Trevarthen, who was up inside the top 5, he came down pit road, and now you see that machine as they go 3 wide. Murdoch going to go down to the bottom. Trevarthen to the outside. Butler going to be stuck in the middle. He will hit the brakes into turn number 1. He will let those 2 drivers duke it out, and he will regain or refocus and try to regain those spots here in the closing laps. Chris Fritz, the veteran of the series, back here running in the 10th position. Coleman, though, will lead us out of turn number 4. He got the lead coming out of turn 2. He will now lead his first laps of the season. One of them in and out, I believe that's the 21 of Ty Morosco. He is having a little bit of connection issues with the iRacing server. Outside, here comes one of the rookies, Daniel Tobin. The 94 machine. Holding on to the 9th spot. Joe Strano up the track, though. He can't get down to the bottom. Robinson gets by. Here comes Ty. He will get by. Then it's going to be Dalton Williamson. He's been to pit road on lap number 13. Rob Higgins looks like he's going to bring back out the number 40 Checkered Flag Auto Supply machine. He's going to try and pick up a position or two. As look at Williamson. He's going to go way, way down below. Almost touching the inside wall. 3 wide as Max Terriot was in the middle there for a moment as they came through the dog leg on the back straightaway. Strano still to the outside. Dalton gets through. Joe Strano, though, trying to fight back. Can he? He gets the draft from the number 1 of Dalton Williamson down into turn number 1, but he's going to miss the turn in. He's going to go up the track just a little bit in the Green Forest resupply entry. Here comes Rex Hoyle. He's battled back into the top 10 with the number 54 machine. And Hoyle continue to climb. Rex is hanging out back there in 8th position. Right now, the biggest mover, though, of the race. You see him. That's the 94. That is Daniel Tobin Jr. making his first ever start here on Thursday night. He's gained 12 positions. Man who's going to take another position, though, that's the number 1. Look at the BK Paint driver. Thought about it. Now he has to give it back. He drove it way down to the inside in turn number 3. See a lot of drivers do that. Oh, contact! The 54. The 42. 6th caution flag of the evening fly. 2 cars involved here. I believe it's going to be the 54 of Rex Hoyle and the 42 of Max Terriot bringing out the caution flag here. So as the caution lights come on, let's take the look back here. Three wide into the corner. Oh, Hoyle moves up because he saw the 94 Tobin down to the inside, and Max going to take a little bit of a spin. I don't believe really that much of hard contact, as just maybe the Nerf bars touched. See, Hoyle was going to go down to the bottom. Spotter yells car low, and Hoyle goes to the outside. Both drivers just touch Nerf bars, and I think that's all that's really going to be wrong with both those modifieds, as they get a couple scuffs on the old Nerf bar as Max pulls it away, and Hoyle just continues to keep on going. So just a 2-car, call it almost a 3-car tangle up down there in turns 1 and 2, and everybody keeps the car pointed in the right direction. Couple drivers like Bob Higgins, Max Terriot will come down pit road here. Chris Fritz, Hoyle, Robinson, Morosco, Buckley also coming to pit road. There you see the drafttop.com number 2. He is in his pit stall right now. So right now it's telling us the 97 of Coleman is the race leader, with the Rev Racing Esports driver of Dalton Williamson sitting there in 2nd. Joe Strano still sitting in 3rd. 4th is Tobin, Murdoch, Trevarthen, Bianchi, Butler. 8 drivers that stayed out here. 2 drivers have yet to come down pit road. It's Daniel Tobin, the rookie, and the veteran of Dan Butler. Butler, a 3-time iRacing champion on the server. He will actually now bring the racing school entry to pit road. The brightly colored number 18 of Dan Butler will make his first pit stop with just 26 laps to go. This will put him, though, at the tail end of the lead lap cars. There you see Eric Stout in his number 6, the 6 Rings Racer. sitting, unfortunately, down on pit road, trying to get damaged repaired to that number 6 to get back out onto the speedway. It's been a rough start here for a couple of these rookies. This is we'll call it the wild card race of the season for a lot of these drivers. A lot of times, you think of SK Modifieds, you think of the Bull Ring, you think of Thompson, Stafford, South Boston. You think of those small Bull Ring style tracks. You don't think about these 1 mile progressively banked tracks. This track races a lot like Daytona or Talladega, some of the super speedways that you would see the Cup cars, the Xfinity cars, the trucks, the ARCA machines go to. You don't think too much about the SK Modifieds coming here, even though they do come in real life to the Phoenix International Speedway. But most people would not think to put these short track cars here. There is some draft. That's why you see them. They're bunched up. And with these wide tires on the SKs, they do grip pretty good. And that's what kind of keeps everybody put together. The draft, the grip, they all stay right here. We've seen some guys tangle with the apron in turn number 1 here tonight. It's just the banking there to the apron, the transition. Kind of catches some of the drivers off guard. Doesn't just happen with the SK Modified. I can tell you from experience it does happen with the Cup car also down there. Dan Butler does come back out of pit road. He will start into the 15th position. Higgins is back out also. Eric Stout in the 6 rings, number 6. He is back out. Well, we're going racing. It'll be 24 laps to go here tonight from the Phoenix International Speedway. iRacing pace truck down and away, and back into the restart zone. Green flag is back out. It'll be Kohnman, Williamson, down into 1. First time we've seen the outside lane get a good jump there. Dalton trying to take down the teammate there, the Swagger in 97. Kohnman will dive it to the left, though. He will go down below the line, and he will come out of the dogleg with the race lead. There's Joe Strano, though. Green Forest Tree Supply, number 43. He will take over second. Look who's now sitting in third. It's the 01, Somerville, South Carolina, Hercules himself. It is Richard Murdoch. Little contact there. One of them down onto the apron. That's the 14. Brian, the rookie. Nicole Pepper, number 14. There's some contact back there with Morosco, Trevarthen, Hoyle. And I believe it was Tobin also right there involved in that one just a little bit. Everybody is able to keep their cars pointed in the right direction. As we stay racing, it'll be 22 laps to go. This time by at the line. Look at Michael Trevarthen trying to bring the Menards, number 31, to the inside here. He's going to get to the inside of Ty, and Ty's now stuck to the outside. Is he going to be able to work down to the bottom before Rex Hoyle gets there in the 40 or the 54 machine? Right behind them, it's the Wiley veteran, Max Terriot. He is right there. Hoyle will hold the bottom right down there. Left side tires on the yellow line. There's the 42 of Max Terriot, though. Max has brand new tires on his MK Medic number 42 machine. Now he'll look to the outside in turn number 1. Can he make up some ground? Here comes Josh Buckley also. He's coming to play. He's got 4 fresh rubbers on that machine. Up to the outside, Brian takes the 14, so that will officially give Trevarthen. Now here comes Roscoe. Hoyle, they will all storm the bottom. Joe Strano will work underneath your race leader in turn number 3, and coming out of turn number 4, we're going to see the 43, the Green Forest Tree Supply of Joe Strano at the line. He will lead with 20 laps to go. Kohnman to the outside. Then it's going to be Dalton down in the number 1 machine to the inside. Way to the outside. Hercules goes the 01 of Richard Murdoch. 4-car battle, a little bit of a breakaway here for your race lead. Joe Strano, Kohnman, Williamson, Murdoch all have about 1.2 second lead right now over Michael Trevarthen, who has also got his hands full with Ty Morosco and Rex Hoyle right there. Here comes Williamson. He'll look to the inside now. Joe Strano left it open out of turn number 4, and now the number 1 is going to fill the hole. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there by Dalton. That's going to allow Joe Strano to take the race lead back. Strano swatting at bees. He's the race leader. Take a look in here. This is what Joe Strano looks like. Calm, cool, and collective right now. He'll come. He'll get 18 laps to go as your race leader here. A live look in there with Joe, and You see Don Coleman go to the outside, fades a little bit. Oh, a big wiggle there by Dalton Williamson. Will he be able to recover? The more these guys battle, the more the backpack is going to catch. They have now taken a good chunk off. It's only a 1 second lead exactly right now over Michael Trevarthen. Those guys have all stayed single file racing. They have ran the leaders back down. 17 laps to go. 17 more miles of racing. Strano, Murdoch, they have been in these positions before. Strano and Murdoch have not been able to win on a Thursday night. Murdoch has a couple of wins, 3 wins in the Scrambler Series, but has never been able to park the 01 into victory lane. Joe Strano has led a ton of laps in the SK division. He has never been able to park the Green Forest Resupply number 43 to victory lane just yet. Murdoch's going to get a great run that time out of turn 2, but Joe Strano is going to block the advance by the 01 as caution flag on the speedway. Tobin has gone around. So the 94 of Tobin going around, and looks like it possibly, I'm being told, might be a single car incident, but that will be caution flag number 7 here tonight. The rookie who was the biggest mover of the race now will be back into the 15th position, and I'm looking at it, and it does look like he has fresh tires, but the laps are really clicking off here tonight. We'll go back and we'll watch the 94 here at Tobin and see what happened to him. Turn number 1, left side tires on the apron, and around he goes. Oh, contact there. I believe that was the 14. Yankee involved in this one also in the number 14 machine. Cockpit view on board. Watch the hands. See it? Right there. The car was in a slide. He tried to go and save it and was able to keep it off that inside wall. The unfortunate fact, though, is the caution flag comes out. Tires are flat spotted and he loses all the track position he just had. Let's watch it back here because we did see the 14 of Brian jump a little bit. And right there, Nerf bar to the left front. I don't believe it's going to cause any damage really to the Culpeper Bromley Designs number 14 machine. We should be able to keep on ticking. But that man right there, he's your race leader. Sitting there in his office, enjoying the sight that's out in front of him. Nobody but the iRacing pace truck. Well, I guess maybe he's not enjoying the sight that's out in front of him, as that's the iRacing pace truck. But he enjoys what he sees behind him. Richard Murdoch, Don Coleman, Dalton Williamson, some of the toughest racers in the SK division. It does look like one driver has been able to rebound pretty good here tonight, and that is the number 54 of Rex Hoyle. He was involved in a wreck earlier on tonight. He started in the 7th position. He has worked his way back into the 7th spot. Chris Fritz tonight, though, the driver that elected to take the tail end of the line here to start this race, he has moved up now 12 positions. He runs inside the top 10. Chris Fritz always finds himself a way to be in these races at the end of them. You normally find him running about mid-pack, trying to stay out of all the incidents if there are any, and then he will come to the front when the time is right. Dan Butler looks like he's been on and off pit road here a couple times this evening. The Racing School number 18 of Dan Butler. Started 15th, currently running 15th. You do see the Higgins Hill Racing number 40 of Rob Higgins back out onto the speedway. This is his second full-time season racing the SKs here on Thursday night. Rob currently running in the 16th position. They did have some steering damage, so he did have to go behind the wall for a couple of laps. Currently, right now, 9 laps behind your race leader of Joe Strano, and it will be just 11 laps to go when we hit the green flag restart zone. Tobin does tag the 13th position on the grid here. He did not come down pit road, though, to get his fresh tires, so we'll see how he can advance his position. Strano, Murdoch, Williamson, Coneman, your top 4 drivers. Green flag back into the air with 11 laps to go. Great start by Strano. Oh, Williamson going to drift up the track just a little bit. Ty thought about jumping down to the middle to make it 3 wide in turns number 1 and 2, but he elects to lift and sit back there. But it'll be side by side through the dog leg for the race lead. Joe Strano, Richard Murdoch, side by side into turn 3. Inside advantage for Joe Strano. This time by, he'll see the double high five from the flagman. 10 laps to go here in the opening round for the checkered flag auto supply SK Modified Series. Joe Strano, 10 miles away. Can Coleman get up here and have his best finish in the SK ranks? Murdoch is sitting there. Trevarthen, whole bunch of guys that can take their first ever win. Gonna be one of those rookies, though, like Morosco. Can he get up here? He's been sitting right around that 5th position all night long in his number 21 machine. Nine miles of racing, and looks like Dalton Williamson. Huge wiggle out of that number 1 machine. Way up the speedway he goes, crashing out of turn number 2. A couple of them around. Tobin's around. The number 4, Bob Higgins, is around. Green flag stays out. That's going to be trouble for Tobin and Bob Higgins as they go around here. Let's check out what happened. Give it a quick look back here, watching the 94 of Tobin. He goes up the track. Oh, he gets in a slide. Higgins does the same thing behind him. Both drivers wind up to the inside wall. Looks like Bob Higgins misses the inside wall, but Tobin hits it, and we stay green. Now the yellow flag is going to come out. Looks like the 14, the Culpepper, is probably designed number 14, Brian Bianchi. Looks like he has gone around. They bring out the 8th caution flag. 7 laps to go. Now it'll be a shootout. Looks like all 4 tires are up on the number 14. Let's take it back here and take a peek. Chris Fritz down to the bottom. There's Brian Robinson. Back there also. Oh, turn 1 getting a little slick for some of these drivers. Contact to Robinson to the Nerf bars. Hard left side contact, though, for the number 14. Let's go back here and see if we can see how much damage gets done to this number 14. Ooh, that is actually a very hard impact to the left front of the 14 machine. That onboard camera, not exactly what we were quite looking for. I believe the producer says we have another angle at this here. See if we can watch that left front tire here as we're back on board. Doesn't look like it moves too much, if any at all, but we can tell you that that is a hard impact to the outside wall for the 14. We're having to see if it keeps driving straight tonight. Brian will come down pit road here as you see him down on pit road. See if he can get back out with just a handful of laps left in this one. It'll be 5 to go, this time by at the line. As I believe this will take us into overtime, I think. We will have to wait to get confirmation on that. Race fans, though, we do thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the season opener for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, presented by Red Light Racing. This is the SK Modified Division. Red Light Racing does race right here on a Monday night. And this Monday night, coming from Red Light Racing, they will go to Dover for the chase. The playoffs start on Monday. 13 drivers are in the playoffs on Monday night. Richard Murdoch, the man who's running second, he is in the playoffs. Maybe he can start his week off here on Thursday with parking it in Victory Lane and then going to play with Miles the Monster at Dover. He said he's been putting a lot of practice time in this week already. And he actually said as soon as he's done here at Phoenix, he will log out of the iRacing server and log right back in to the Dover server. One of the great things about iRacing is you can drive just about any car virtually on any virtual track. Like right now, it is the SK Modifieds here at the virtual Phoenix International Speedway. So this will be 3-lap shootout. Ken Strano continued to hold on here tonight. Or will Murdoch finally break through? Will Coleman have himself a good finish? How about Ty? Is there any Ty fans out there? He's running fourth. Rex Hoyle also right there. Josh Buckley. Dalton Williamson. Chris Fritz, Michael Trevarthen, and Brian Robinson. Your top 10 drivers here. It'll be 3 laps to go. Laps to go as the iRacing pace truck dives in here. Green flag back out, and oh, some drivers sleeping on the tree. Bumper, Nerf bars are hitting. 3 laps to go as they go into turn 1. Another great start there by the 43 of Joe Strano. He'll dive it right back down, protect the bottom groove. Coleman, though, has a great run coming. One of them way down there. That's Dalton Williamson. He's going to throw it even lower, and he's going to possibly try to slide up in front of the 54 of Rex Hoyle. Murdoch going to slip. Coleman will take second. 2 laps to go here. Popsicle sticks go in the air. Just 2 more miles of racing. Joe Strano out front. Coleman hot to trot behind him. Murdoch, though, not going to go away. The Somerville, South Carolina driver, Hercules, will battle back on the outside as they come through the dogleg once again with 2 laps to go. Coleman wants the inside, but Joe Strano going to hold a tight line down the back straightaway. This will be 1 lap to go this time by out of turn number 4 they come. It will be 1 lap to go, presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Joe Strano driving his hardest right now. Harder than he's ever had to drive before. Through the dogleg is good. Last time into turn number 4, Coleman. Look at Dalton Williamson. He's going to go way, way down there. Not going to be able to work. It is going to be Joe Strano coming across the start-finish line first. You see him excited. He is all excited as Joe Strano will go to victory lane for the first time ever. Strano wins with Don Coleman finishing in the second position. Ty Morosco is going to come home P number 3. Murdoch fades to finish 4th here tonight. And Rex Hoyle will round out the top 5. Fireworks are going off, and everybody is celebrating. Race 1 is officially complete here, and Joe Strano, you see him up there, all smiles, the big fist pump. Dalton Williamson going to give him a love tap there. Everybody going to come by and congratulate Joe Strano, one of the veterans of the Red Light Racing Series, finally breaking into victory lane as we wait for him to burn him down here tonight. Joe Strano still fist pumps as he has the SK up against the outside wall here. Let's see if the young man knows how to burn him down here. Or wait to see if he's able to smoke the tires off this SK Modified. He is the only driver, I believe, that did not come to pit road tonight. Or actually, he did come to pit road. He came to pit road on lap number 13. You see him still a sigh of relief. So as Joe Strano sits down here, we will take a quick break, race fans, and we will come back to bring you your post-race show. See if we can get a couple words in with some of these drivers as Strano will go back and he'll do a little bit of a victory lap here tonight. It's all Joe Strano celebrating in the desert. Welcome back here, race fans. As you see, Joe Strano still celebrating out on the speedway. That driver now goes to victory lane for the first time ever in the SK Modified ranks. So while he does the celebrating, what do you say, race fans? Let's just get right to the post-race show. Take a live look in at the driver of the 43. He's up there on your screen. Joe, you're going to take the 43 to victory lane for the first time ever. We saw the emotion as you came out of turn 4 with the camera. How does it feel to know that you're now up amongst some of the best names in the SK division with wins?
My God, Roger, I'm so freaking excited right now. This has been a lot of work. I came into this series last season for the first time, just put a lot of effort in, and this has been my track. I felt like I did really well here last year. I spun out with like 5 laps to go, and this is just a big redemption for me to come back here and take the checkered flag on the first race of the season. I mean, that just what a way to make it start here.
It's not the easiest track by far. It's one of the hardest tracks, actually. Because this track, a lot of you drivers said it races just like Daytona or Talladega when you get inside a cup car. How hard was it to race that close tonight here at Phoenix?
You know, it's crazy. It's got a mix of super speedway racing, and then it goes short track. I mean, you get into turn 1 there, and you can spin out on any lap. Even the first lap, you feel loose. And every lap after that point, it's just a luck of the draw on how you hit the turn. And then the rest of the track is a super speedway. You're just foot to the floor, and you're racing people 3 wide into turn 3. It's crazy racing. It's an awesome track to be on these cars with.
Tell us about those closing laps, though. You had some competition. You had Don Coleman, you had Morosco, rookie, you had Murdoch, Hoyle, Williamson even threw a last-ditch dive down into turn number 3. How were you able to hold off all these drivers and stay as calm and cool inside this 43?
I can tell you I wasn't calm and I wasn't cool. But, you know, it's just these are really good racers. These are really good short track racers. You know, they definitely come out here and they kick my butt every other week. I'm not going to lie about it, but you know, to stay out front, and I think really the biggest thing it just came down to is they were side by side for second place and third place there, and that really just allowed me to stay out front. And then when Dalton threw it down into the turn, I didn't know where he was going to come up. Honestly, I was nervous that he was going to come up right beside me, and then I caught a glimpse of him in my mirror, and I saw that he was going to slot in right behind me, and it's just a big sigh of relief. And that's probably when you saw me start celebrating, when I realized that Dalton wasn't going to make it down there in the bottom.
So now you park yourself in victory lane for the first time. And yes, it's out here in the desert. Let's talk about looking forward, though, here. This 43 car will now load up here at Phoenix. You go back to the shop, you tear it down virtually, and you're going to head to the virtual Martinsville Speedway. It's a very iconic track, and I believe it's a track that you look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to every week. Like I said, last season was my first season, so a lot of these places are still a learning opportunity to me. I don't believe we were at Martinsville last year, so to be honest with you, it's going to be the first time that we got the Strano Brothers Racing SK out there. So, I don't know. I'm excited. It's always fun to go to a new track and try to get out there with the best of the best and see what I'm made of. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun.
Tonight, you're made of P number 1 here, Joe. I know there's some sponsors on the side of this 43 car you'd like to talk about. Who makes it all possible for you?
Yeah, definitely Green Forest Tree Supply. They're on all my race cars. They're big sponsors, Strano Brothers Racing, so I definitely appreciate them. GreenForestTreeSupply.com. Go check them out. I got Victory Junction on here. We got some really cool sponsorship opportunities with Victory Junction going on. They're a great group of people there. VictoryJunction.org. Go check them out. I got Plan B Sales, die-cast dealer on the side of the car here as well. So a lot of sponsors make this happen.
There you hear it from Joe Strano. You see the live camera feed with the driver of the number 43 as he sits at home, fist pump to the crowd, fist pump to all you race fans. Joe Strano will go to victory lane for the first time ever, and he will also now leave the Phoenix International Speedway here tonight of round 1 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. He will be your points championship
Roger,
leader.
can I add one more thing?
Well,
love you, Mom. Thanks for tuning in.
You have the mic, sir, and he says, I love you, Mom. You can't ever forget Mom. Mom's always tuning in from all over the world, and you know, without moms and dads, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. But there you heard it. Joe Strano, P number 1 here tonight. And we have also caught up with the man of the 97. It is Don Coleman. Don, tonight, a second place. Still pretty good on the points. It's a lot better than last year. You said coming in, all you want to do is have a better season than last year.
Yeah, definitely need a better season than last year. Had a lot of bad luck in the beginning races, and it just kind of put us too far back to be able to be competitive for anything.
Well, you start the season off with a second place run and probably at one of the, call it one of the most unorthodox tracks for these cars. Was it a challenging race here tonight for you and this 97 crew?
Oh, very much so. We were wrestling that car around every corner of the track, trying to find as much speed as we can. Joe in the run there, and that was a darn good pass by him. I never thought he was going to get it on the inside there, but he did. And it's just a real fun track overall.
Now, once Joe Strano got it out in front of you, what were you thinking? Was there a move that you thought you could grab the lead back from that 43 machine?
Well, sticking on the outside, I was going to try to hold as long as I could. Then the plan was to try to find my way back to the inside to catch up with him again, which I did, but didn't really have a run at him. I might have had a run on the last corner there, but when I heard a car inside when Dalton threw it on the inside there, I didn't want to ruin all 3 of our days, so I just held her there.
Well, you keep the car in one piece here, so that's a good start to the season for this whole Swagger In group. Martinsville coming up. It's a little bit, well, I say a little bit. It's a fast track, but it's a paperclip. There's not a lot of room to make a mistake.
Martinsville is one of my favorites. Really looking forward to that. It's kind of a hard brake track for these things, so if you're not braking hard, you're not going to be fast, and at the same time, you got to not wear your tires out coming off on exit, so it'll be a fun one.
You talk about tires. Tonight here, we had one extra set of tires in the pits. Is that going to come into a big strategy once we hit Martinsville?
Definitely. You're going to want to save your tires till at least halfway through the race. Can't take them early like we did here because that cement chews them up.
Well, tonight, Don, a second place finish for this whole group who makes it all possible, that put the work in the off-season.
Yeah, excellent group of guys. Couldn't ask for better.
Well, there you heard it from Don Coleman, the driver of the 97 Swagger In machine. He will finish P number 2 here tonight. He's going to start the season off on the right foot. It's looking a lot better than last season for the driver who finishes 1 and 2 here tonight. Strano and Coleman, you heard from them. Finishing 3rd here tonight is going to be the driver. It's the rookie. He's the highest running rookie in the Red Light Series this week. It is Ty Morosco. We don't have a communication with the driver of the number 21, but Ty battled all night long. He sat right there inside the top 6, qualified 4th here tonight. He will finish in the 3rd position. So congratulations to your top 3 finishers here tonight. And while we congratulate them, let's take a quick look here at our finishing results. Finishing results are brought to us by the guys over at Six Rings Racing. Take a look at where your favorite driver did finish here tonight. Tonight's race, though, we did have 8 caution flags. It's the first race of the season at one of the tracks that are probably going to produce the highest speeds of the season. We talked about that super speedway field with a couple of these guys. And next week, it's going to be completely different. It's going to be who can dive it into the inside, going into the corner, a couple dive bombs. Maybe you're going to see the old chrome horn. And you know what? It's going to be one of those that you might possibly be able to run the high lane to get a great run down the straightaways and swing to the inside and pass somebody. But that'll be just next week, as those are our results here tonight from the Phoenix International Raceway, brought to us by Six Rings Racing. Race fans, it was a great way to open up the season here. Thursday night, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight, and we hope to see you. If you're not back well, say on Monday night with the red light racing as they start the championship chase from the Dover International Speedway. We will definitely catch you on the 29th of October when we head to Martinsville. It will be the home of round number 2 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. We can't wait to see you back either on Monday at Dover or, well, right back here on the 29th at Martinsville. Till we see you all next time, race fans, we hope you enjoyed this show, and we hope you all stay safe.